Hi Ladybugs, it's Yolanda and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to show you how to make, let me just get my chair in, these gorgeous little pockets, shaker pockets. Can you see that? And then it just opens. Oh, I haven't put anything inside this one, but anyway. And then I've used stickles on here. There are different ways of closures. Here's another one with the flower. And now don't stuff your, especially when you're making small things, don't overstuff your shaker bag like I have here, because then it doesn't shake much, but I still love it. And then in here I have put just a few things. These little cards. The back is plain, but you can also, you can use these as floating pockets in your journals. So if you want to do the back, you can put a little pocket in there and slip things inside. Or obviously you can stick it down in your journal. Or these are great for swaps as well, because you can put your little tiny weeny things inside there. Here's another one. Again, I overstuffed it, but I still like it. And this one I've just, I glued the ribbon on the back. So, when you take it apart or untie it, it's not flying all over the place. And then you just stuff it. Now, I've used I'm going ahead of myself now, the 6x6 pads. You see, and then you can put, and I love these Minte. This is a Minte one. So if you've got 6x6 left over pads, you're not quite sure what to do with them, if you don't want to make an album or just bits and pieces, as we all do when we make mini albums, etc. And so this closure is just this bow, which I'm not going to do up now. So if you take your 6x6 and cut it in half, then you'll get two pieces like this. Okay, these are different pieces, but you'll get two different pieces like this. So let's just put these up here. And these shaker bags, so easy to make. And then what I did is I scored. Now when I score here, I did a 3/8 rather than ½ an inch, because it's tiny. And score as well on the other side. Or turn it around and score it. Then for the top, I scored ½ an inch. You can make these longer. I mean, these are, let's say they're approximate sizes, because you can do these any size you want, which I'll show you later. And then I scored this again at, I think that's 3 1/4. Yeah, 3 1/4. Or basically just fold it until you're happy. Okay, until you're happy with your pockets and the top and etc. I normally leave a little bit of leeway here. You can't see, like here. Okay, because it just makes it easy, because they're tiny, to get your fingers in there. And then of course all you're going to do, let's put this out the way, shall we? You're just going to cut it where you've scored basically, and you're only going to cut the bottom and then do your angle here. Same thing on the other side. This is difficult to see. Maybe if I fold it. See, I even wrote my measurements here, 3 3/4 and 1 inch. But, you can make them any size, as always, any size. I'll show you some bigger ones I made. And then just cut. Got to do the same for the top. Cut it out. And again, this is a great way to use up bits and pieces. I like to do a flap for the pocket, because then you can add a few things inside it. And of course, it also makes room for the shaker bag. So let's just fold. You can distress it if you want. I'm not going to distress. And now what I've done is, to cut the circle, I've done this two ways actually. Okay, let me just talk about this way. Where did I put it? I thought I had everything ready. Okay, I'm going to use this guy. what I did, this is a bigger one, a bigger circle punch. So, and I use my punch. Well, you do cut your template out, because this way, this one, by the way, if you're making small ones like this, is 1.5 inches. And I don't know, yeah. And then what you do, put it on the back, okay, and just more or less where you want it. And I normally go, I don't put it in the exact center because of the flap for the top, because I like to see as much of the bag as I want. But again, that, you know, that's up to you. That's when I draw my so I've got it more or less where I wanted it. Because if you try and position it to cut it, it's just awkward. And then you just go in with your punch. Let's put my flaps out, shall I? Yep. There we go. And there's your little hole. And you've got this beautiful piece of, which you can use for something else or use as a filler. Now I have prepared my little bag, my bag ahead. I mean, you all know it's sequins. So now what I'm using for this are these bags. This is a smaller size. I don't know about in America, but I mean, you can buy these at Westpac here, and they're not expensive. You know, it's like 10 Rand and there's 100 in the bag. So you can make a lot of shaker stuff with this. Very, very easy. So you can see I already put my sequins. I put a little flower and some beads in there. Now what I'm going, and then you can just make sure where you want it to go. And that's about right. So I'm going to cut this flap. Normally when I make shakers, I will use, I will just seal it with the flap. But instead I'm just going to do like so. I've got sticky tape here. This is a very wide one. Oh gosh, look at that. It's a very wide one, so I would prefer a narrow one, but you know what? It's one I have. And it goes on my vintage. This used to belong to my dad. I was thinking of covering it, but you know what? That's how he had it, and yeah, that's how it's going to stay. So now this time I haven't overfilled. So I'm just going to line it up as close to the top as I can get it. It doesn't have to be straight. And then again, I'm going to line it up with the other side. I'm not going to fold it right over, because you don't want to see the line of sticky tape in your pocket. But even if you do, it's not a big deal, because you're so entranced by the, well, I am, by the sequins and stuff inside that you don't even notice it. So I didn't do a very good job there. There we go. Look at that. Look how easy this is. Now I'm going to realign it, and I'm just going to use sticky tape again, because you know glue doesn't work well on this. Let me show you. If you've got the thinner tape, that's fine, but if you're not, I normally just do my top part first, line it up, and I do this right down. Then you can do your sides, and I just do the very edge of the bag. You don't want to go over that. So cute. You know, I love making pockets. I think we all love making pockets. And if they shaker pockets, all the better. There we go. Last one. And I just put it. Uh-oh. You might need to move your shaky bits around so they don't get caught within the sticky tape. Then they don't move. And just press it down. There we go. And then of course we must trim all the uglies. And that's simply like so. Let's just cut a little bit more there. Okay, now I've got sticky tape everywhere. Let's cut that there. Hang on, guys. I'm getting myself into it. And just cut it. It doesn't matter if your sticky tape goes over the fold there. Yeah, if anything, it'll strengthen it. So just make sure everything's down. Look at that. And then this is gorgeous. You got the shakes. Voila. So now I use, because again gluing doesn't work, so I'm using my narrow tape because this is a little one, and you just put it on the edge like so. And other side, right on the edge. You could also use double-sided tape, I suppose, on the side and then whip it off. Not on the top though, otherwise you're going to close your pocket. But this is how I prefer to do it. I use my sticky tape first. And yeah, that's one. How easy is that? And of course, like I said, any size. I just have these pads, which I know I'm not going to make 6 by 6. I really do mini albums. I don't know why. I just prefer the bigger ones. So there we go. How's that for a little shaker pocket? Now you just okay, didn't cut that so great, but it doesn't matter. You know, I don't know why this came out like this. Murphy's Law on camera. What can go wrong goes wrong. And there we have it. Now you can use your, where's my little border punch? I just want to show you something else again. You can also use your fancy punches if you want to. You probably do it before you, yeah, you see I could do that. All right, just to be different, look, I'm going to do it. Or you could round them as I did. Yeah, you can do whatever you want there. I mean, you know what I mean. Now for closure, you can also use those little Velcro dots. I wouldn't use magnets, because then you're going to see it, and I don't like to see it when you open it. Or you could use a tie, like I did on this one. On this one. And then, did I forget to show you this one? Well, anyway, I used a paper clip, and inside you've got all your little special doodads. And then you seal it with the paper clip. And I just stuck the bow on the end, probably do a bit more on there. I mean, that bow can really go anywhere. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to fiddle with it because that's just irritating. Okay, so, and like I say, you get your different sizes of these, so you can make shakers using these for anything. Nothing special. You know what you can also use, which I've used before as well? You know those plastic file folders? It's not a folder because it's sealed and it's got the punches down the one side, because we usually have those lying around. Unfortunately, I don't have it here to show you what I'm talking about, but I think you know what I mean. If you don't, let me know in the comments and I will post a picture or do something with it. But I mean, they're just so... Oh, my flower's gone the other way. Oh, never mind. So there. Now I want to show you, I made the bigger ones. So this is a bigger one I made. Let's get all this out the way. trying to be neat. I am. But, it's, you know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So here's this one. Okay, now this one, you know, you got to experiment and play around. I ran this through my, not my Cuttlebug, the Pro, the embossing machine. And I used a heart. So if you've got, there's another little one I'm working on. Beautiful. So if you have a nice die cut, then you can run it through your die cut machine as well. I didn't have small ones because I wanted to do a small one, but I also did, like on this one here, as you can see, it's a heart. I just used my heart punch. Again, I punched it out, traced around it, and then I used my Jiffy knife to cut it. Okay, so there's your closure there. So this one, I just quickly put this in here. You see, this is the die cut I used to cut out that heart. And I'll probably do something there. And there's a shaker. Now for closure, I just put, it's like almost like a belly band. And a little band across there. And you know what? You can even put, it's too big. If you want to be fancy, you can do that. Or put tags in it. And again, if you want to make a pocket on the back, you can do so. You can do a side pocket. You can do corner pockets, top corner pockets. You know, it's just a matter of playing. But yeah, I think they're really nice. You can see this one, I used some big beads on it. And I didn't overstuff it. Okay, well, this was a quick tutorial, and I'm going to be back with more stuff on laminating, quick stuff as well, on laminating for you guys. It's so easy. You can also use vellum before I go for this, but you know what? These little packets are so easy. So easy. This one is a little bit crinkled, but it still looks amazing. I love it. And yeah, so I will do something. I suppose you could even use one of these. Put ribbon on it. I wouldn't even put it down. Yeah, you could. Look at that. That also looks quite cute, eh? And you could, I don't know, stick something there. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. And let me know. Let me know what you think of them in the comments down below. And I will see you again very soon. You guys take care now. Bye-bye.